always just attacking when defending. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Man. Come on. Thank you very much for that, Ian Wright. As the man just said there, the legend himself just said, people deluded, I'm back again. First things first, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some case, good night. I hope you're doing well and safe. If you're a long-term viewer, one love for tuning back in. If you're new here, make sure you're subscribed. Regardless of how long you've been, following my platform, please hit the like button, offer your thoughts. Again, make sure you've got your notification bells. Now, let's see what's going on, people. In relation to Gabri Viega, people, a Celta Vigo 21-year-old who is one of the stars of La Liga last season, one of the young stars of last season, been linked with all of the top six in the Premier League, been linked with a couple of teams abroad. In relation to him, Manu Sands of ASTV on Spurs' chances of signing Gabri Viega, the English club Viega likes the most, which we published a while back, is Arsenal. It is the club. If Arsenal gets into the bidding for Viega, then they will most likely get him. Again, Mikel Arteta is a Spaniard just like him. You're seeing what he's doing for young players. And for me, I'm in love with his technical ability, his passing range, actually his dribbling, his ability to play in tight spaces. Does need to improve a lot physically, a lot of just general areas he needs to improve. He's only 21 years of age, but a fantastic player, people. And he's been linked with us before. He's been linked with everyone. Being linked, being interested, and actually bidding are completely different things. As you can see here, allegedly, Arsenal have reportedly emerged as the preferred destination of Celta Vigo midfielder Gabri Viega, who is a key target for Tottenham Hotspur. The Gunners are close to finalising deals for Declan Rice and Timber, but their summer transfer business is far from over. We were linked with Lavia this week. It's my man. Scrolling all the way down, apparently Spurs are expected to be the first club to make a bid. He's valued at 38.3 million. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United allegedly are all interested in the 21-year-old. According to a Spanish journalist, he prefers a move to Arsenal. Arsenal is the club. If Arsenal gets into the bidding war for Viega, then they'll most likely get him. This is because he enjoys the football Arsenal play and he'd like to work with Arteta. It's football and he would have an advantage there. Apparently Southampton's Lavia is one potential option, but Liverpool are firmly in the race, so we don't know. And again, just in terms of bringing in a midfield body, there's the link between Viega and Lavia, but they're two very different sorts of players. The only similarities is they're both very good technically. Last season, the man in question got 36 La Liga appearances and got 11 goals and 4 assists. He is very versatile. He can actually play as a wide playmaker, as it says there. I think his future's as a number 8 personally, but I don't know that. I think he's very much an Arsenal player. If there's an opportunity to bring him in my book. We've seen this before, but in relation to Bitello, Arsenal reps have already spoken to Guillermo's president and started asking questions to sign Bitello. Arsenal scouts will watch the player once again against Barha tonight, Wednesday. Arsenal have come stronger for the transfer over other clubs. The 23-year-old versatile attacking Brazilian seems to be on our target. Some reports say we've bidded once, some reports say we've bidded twice, some reports say Edu is actually fielding indirect talks in relation to bringing him to the club. Again, two very different things, rumors and bringing in players. So take with that a bit of salt. Smash the like button and let me know your thoughts so far. Moving on, people. As far as West Ham understand, Declan Rice passed his Arsenal medical. The delay in finalising is due to paperwork. We have heard Arsenal's lawyers are looking through it. Allegedly, West Ham are becoming increasingly frustrated about the delay with the deal to take Declan Rice from West Ham to Arsenal. The hold-up is being caused by delays with paperwork being drawn up by Arsenal's lawyers. Rice has passed his medical. So, again, it's been a long, protracted saga. We seem to have got over the line. We know Mikel Arteta wants him. We know Declan wants to sign. We know he's done his medical, agreed personal terms and all the shenanigans. As long as we're signing the man, which it appears we're doing, while it hasn't been shown in my face, him holding shirts and things, I'm cool. I can understand the delay and the frustration with fans with the delay in the transfers, but I'm cool. I think Arsenal are within their rights to let their lawyers take their time if that's what's being said. There's a lot of money involved. This is a business. Again, word is subjective. You need to have I's dotted and T's crosses, so it takes as long as it takes where the lawyers are concerned. For me, of course, you would have loved to have had him involved in some capacity traveling to Germany, which we're playing against Nuremberg tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK UK time. I'll be live from about 5 p.m. UK time to do a watch along across YouTube and Twitch. So make sure you're following my socials and stuff with that regards. But, you know, again, hopefully by Sunday, you know, we keep hearing it'll be done next week, it'll be done next week, it'll be done next week. We heard that in relation to Timber as well. I say I hope it's done by Sunday, because isn't that when Arsenal are flying off to America to play MLS All-Stars, Manchester United, and don't quote me, but I think Barcelona as well. Either way, we're flying off to America to begin our medium-term sort of preparations for pre-season. This week has firmly probably been for the players that are involved about getting back into the smooth of things. Holiday time's kind of done. The bulk of the business is done in America. And we saw how decisive, in my opinion anyways, and some of you, having a great preseason done for our blistering start to the Premier League and ultimately running away with the league, falling short, but running away with it and achieving at a minimum Champions League football, people. Hopefully we can do that for a second consecutive year and end up with some silverware. So if he's passed his medical, then it's all but done. Again, West Ham, Arsenal, Declan Rice, or relevant parties haven't come out and said anything, so we can understand it. But it is a bit of karma. West Ham, you know, made us drag out this transfer, so it's a bit of karma. Arsenal had initially planned to give new signing Timber minutes against Nuremberg tomorrow, hinting an announcement could be done today of Wednesday. Hopefully it's announced tomorrow. You can imagine Mikel Arteta, either before, during, or after the game by media outlets, is going to be asked about Declan Rice, about Timber, about players staying and leaving the club. So hopefully there's some progress on that regards, although Arteta is quite coy, and, you know, if it isn't done, he'll probably come out and say, you know what, I can't talk about players that are not at the club. And when Arteta does talk about players that aren't at the club, you know, that we've been linked with, you could assume that there's a willingness from the players and the clubs involved to get a deal done, and it's all but done. Some of you would have actually seen indirectly Arsenal have leaked Timber's transfer, a bit like Havertz. Timber's transfer from Ajax to Arsenal has unofficially been confirmed, with another leak following on from Kai Havertz's switch, also facing the same outcome. The German international had completed a £65 million move to the Gunners from Chelsea, but saw his official unveiling ruined by leaks emerged on his first interview, along with images of him holding and wearing an Arsenal shirt. To be fair, that was on Arsenal.com, and we know Mikel Arteta doesn't like moles, and he's promised previous seasons to exterminate them, people. As we know, Havertz was Mikel Arteta's first summer signing, with Timber expected to follow. As Football.London understands, Arsenal could pay up to 38.5 million for the Netherlands international, with 34.2 paid as an upfront fee, with a further 4.3 million available in add-ons. As I've said, Timber, you know, or better yet, Timber's new employers, Arsenal, wanted him to be involved in our first pre-season friendly tomorrow. I say first, probably second, because we played a fixture behind closed doors, as some of you would have seen the highlights on Arsenal.com. However, if that plan was set in place for later this afternoon, it appears it has since been ruined, with another leak showing Timber's official image taken directly from the Arsenal server, according to this Twitter user. And to be fair, we all saw it. You click on the link, it just comes up with a blank image of Timber in an Arsenal shirt. So maybe that's that, people. The signing of Timber can now instead be confirmed later in the week, with the player waiting to get the all clear to join with the squad. This could therefore mean he will not feature against the German outfit and will instead begin his preseason preparations ahead of going on tour to America. That plan is also set in place for Declan Rice, who has completed his media duties and lengthy medical to sign the contract, which will confirm his £105 million move. As we know, people, he's currently in Portugal. You've actually seen him with Bruno Fernandes and Rafa Leao as they begin their own pre-season preparations. Bring Leao with you. Partey, Balogun, Tierney are all linked with departures. Xhaka ended his 7-year stay in North London and has signed for Bayern Leverkusen for some reports say 21.5 million quid. Farewell, Xhaka. But yeah, carrying on the theme with this vid, let me know your thoughts. Dharma Chef of Sky Sports has said, if sales are adequate, Arsenal recruiting a right-sided forward shouldn't be ruled out, as well as signing another midfielder if the opportunity arrives. It appears Sky Sports, while they're a very credible brand, they're quite late to the case of or party of half of these transfers for clubs. Ivan Fresneda, a right back who I don't know with Timber arriving, if that means we can put this case to bed. He's spoken previously of his admiration for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. We all know Arsenal, Newcastle and Dortmund allegedly tried to buy him in January. He has said on Barcelona's interest, I'm very calm. The interest from big clubs is something that gives me strength to keep working on. These things are handled by my agent. Apparently, he's available for 20 million euros following his club Real Valladolid's relegation. Currently, he's playing for the Spain under-19 side at the European Championships as well, folks. After a long season like that, he's still going. It's crazy. Hopefully, we're able to get him, but there's been no bid. In relation to Austin Trusty, Nick Ams has said Arsenal open to permanent offers for Austin Trusty, but are in no hurry to jump into a deal, and he remains in pre-season plans. Ipswich among sizable number of clubs keen. With Matt Turner obviously participating in the Gold Cup, I don't know if he'll play any part of the American tour. You'd imagine he'll go straight over, but Austin Trusty, Balogun, Matt Turner, along with the Cronkies, what common denominator is it? They're all American. We're going on a pre-season tour of America. Football is universal. Obviously, there's stars from all sorts of countries for all clubs, but it would make sense to leverage that market in, really. So maybe there's that. And to be fair, you know, he had a great loan spell at Birmingham. I don't quite think he makes the grade at Arsenal. You never know, but it seems like there's a lot of centre-halves ahead of him. If we can make a profit on what we initially spent, wish him all the best. Keep it moving, essentially, people. Going back to Bitello of Guillermo, again, butchered it, but apparently they're requesting of Arsenal 10 million quid, people, and adds that Arsenal are expected to reach that amount. Those are pretty strong claims, pardon me. And even though the Gunners' chase is still to be reported by the biggest outlets in Brazil, this story is certainly something to keep an eye on. Everyone, pardon me, seems to be reporting. Apparently, we watched him against Botafogo at the weekend, and we'll now watch him on Wednesday. So we'll have to see how that emerges, people. We've been linked with plenty of names. Keep an eye on Arsenal. Really like very exciting attacker. He's quicker than Salah. Look at the clickbait. Apparently, Charles Watts reckons we're still on the case of Moussa Diaby. Mikel Elise is a very exciting player, someone I really do like. I don't think he'll be leaving Palace this summer. Just got a big injury. Hopefully he's all right. Moussa Diaby be someone to keep an eye on as the window progresses. Apparently Aston Villa have bidded for him. In terms of if he'll stay or go, a number of clubs are taking a look at him. He's a player Arsenal do like, having watched a lot over the last couple of years. They haven't made a move yet, but who knows? So we'll have to see in relation to him. What is this article saying if it loads? Decision has been taken. Apparently, rather reluctantly, Arsenal will let go of Charlie Patino, and it'll upset me. Not every single player can make it at Arsenal. Look at someone like Charlie Patino. Now you mention him. He had a fantastic loan spell, but there's no pathway there. He doesn't believe that. Fair enough. Take your career in your own hands and do what you need to do to become the best player you can. Arsenal don't really believe that, so the decision has been taken, albeit rather reluctantly, to sell him this summer. That hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure it will. And he's obviously not gone to Germany, which is probably a clear indication that he's probably gone. Once again, Arsenal accidentally leaked Timber on the server. While it hasn't been confirmed, hopefully it is. Ben Jacobs has been speaking about Tchouaméni, and we all know Arsenal not signing him. I don't think Tchouaméni coming to the Premier League this window. I think from an Arsenal point of view, it's very possible that they add another midfielder, especially if Partey goes, and he does have an offer on the table from Saudi. But because Xhaka went to Leverkusen, then Partey, if he goes to Arsenal, will free up that midfield to bring in one more. And I think rather than Tchouaméni, it's probably Lavia that might be one to watch. Okay. In relation to, this as well, the Evening Standard have said Arsenal want to wrap up deals for Timber and Declan Rice by then. Rice is currently on holiday in Portugal and has been keeping his fitness by training with other players who are also yet to join up with their clubs. As you know, I've already said it there, people. So yeah, big up to him with that. What is this? Again, Caicedo has described Chelsea as a historical club and whatnot. So it seems like an former Arsenal target, like in Jan, seems to be moving to another club. And once again, to reiterate the point, West Ham are becoming increasingly frustrated about the delay with the deal to sign Declan Rice to Arsenal. The holdup is being caused by delays with paperwork being drawn up by Arsenal's lawyers. Rice has passed his medical. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts on this alleged delay, on Bitello in Brazil. Let me know your thoughts on any potential incomings and outgoings and everything else we've discussed and discovered in this video. On that note, you lot stay safe, stay blessed, smash the like button, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications, stay in good health, and I'll see you lot soon.
There's always just that active red line defending. I think it's like